Many of you have probably heard of Frederick Taylor and scientific management, and we still have a lot of components of his thinking in our world today. But at the same time as that was happening in the United States, there was also an enterprise philosopher in Europe that we can learn something from. His name was Henri Fayol. Some Americans pronounce it Fayol. Henri Fayol was a mining engineer. He was trying to figure out in mining how to make businesses more efficient. What he saw was communication in chains of command, where if you needed something or you had a problem, you went up the chain of command, and then the problem came down to someone who could maybe help you or support you in some way. But the communication tended to go up and down the chains of command. Much of the communication was written. They didn't have email, so it was very slow going up and going down. And what he saw was this was affecting efficiency in the mining operations all the time. So he came up with two things that he thought. One, stop the written communication. Get people together to talk about things and solve problems on the fly in real time. The second one is get the people who are closest to the problem together. What he created was now called Fayol's Bridge, and that is, instead of going up the chain of command and back down, connect people, a specific person in this department, and they are Fayol's bridge. They bridge the gap between those two chains of command, and they can solve problems immediately. So if you have a piece of equipment that's broken in the mining industry and you need help from engineering, you don't go up and down, you go across and you say, this is my problem. And engineering then can help out the miners solve their problem. So this idea of Fayol's bridge is very intriguing. Many organizations have used it, especially as organizations have gotten larger, so you can connect the many disparate parts of the organization at the bottom. There's a video we did on two in a box at the executive level. This is sort of like two in a box at the lower levels of the organization, but you're talking about many, many of them. Using Fayol's bridge does a couple of things. One is it speeds up decision making. It reduces the amount of communication up and down the chain, and it naturally tends to break down silos. So what can you do? First of all, look at where there's gaps between the organizations and where there's friction points that seem to be causing problems within the organization, and think, where do I need bridges across those different organizations? Then the second thing is, who would make a natural bridge builder? Some people are really good at this and some people aren't. So you need to select the right person for the job. The other thing is you need to have an agreement at the top that both sides of the bridge are going to work together. The last thing is that these people need to be empowered, that they can in fact make decisions. It's not that they define the problem and then take it back up to the people higher up that can make the decision. They have to have some empowerment level, at least some degree of freedom to get work done. You'll find that if you start looking across the gaps in your organization, where the boundaries are, that you can use Fayol's bridge in many, many cases, and it'll make your business much better and a much happier place to work.
Wait, before you leave, you might like to check this other video right here.